Good morning, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining The Lost Begotten. Today I'm going to be filming two videos. One is going to be notes and a map. Well, if you call that a map. Um, and the next video you're going to want to watch because, well, I was hoping that I might find some people with graphics abilities with, a pair. Apparently that was too much to ask. So I'm going to do what I did yesterday with the little tablet steady mount thing that I had in the corner right there, um, and show y'all some stuff. It's going to be very interesting. So make sure you check it out. Okay. So David Cameron has called Russia's attempt to combat ISIS in cooperation with the Assad regime a phony solution. And that's exactly what it is. So what we have here this morning is Russia has continued its bombing in these cities right here. Okay, this is Syria. All right, just roughly a map of Syria. All right, Lebanon, Israel, Turkey. Okay, here is Turkish supported rebels. Here is the Kurdish controlled area. Here are our rebels. Here are more of our rebels. Okay. Um, this is where ISIS is. Okay. These are the big concentrated areas. All right. This is where Russia has done its airstrikes in these three cities, way over here near the coast. Okay. Past a major city that ISIS is only on the outskirts of. Up there. All right. And that'd be Aleppo. Well, here we have Damascus. That's the Assad regime controlled area, the main area. Anyway, I didn't cover in all the little details of this map, but you can pull up different progressions of this map over the past couple of years, and this is just get to give you a general idea of how far away from Islamic State. This is the concentrated Islamic State areas. This is countryside that is deemed to be controlled by Islamic State. Okay, but Russia is bombing the rebels that the international community has been supporting. And what I've been saying all along is the reason why the train and equip program doesn't work is because Russia's training and equipping people to send over there. That's what ISIS is. They have Spetsnaz level training. Okay, you can see this from any of their videos. Anyways, so Latakia, Hams, and Holmes are being bombed this morning. Last night, their morning was last night. Yeah. And the the House. I'm having trouble reading my handwriting. The House Speaker says, okay, no, that's different. Sorry, yeah, that's why I couldn't read it because it didn't have anything to do with this part. All right, so Secretary Ashton Carter has said that Russia is fanning the flames of conflict by its actions. That's our defense secretary. Um, and when they started this yesterday, this was a day after they were supposed to set up this communications line. Okay. But the communications line hadn't been set up yet. And what happened was this three-star general walked into our embassy in Baghdad and says, you have 1 hour. They gave us 1 hour notice that they were going to bomb homes. Damn, Holmes, that's fucked up. Yeah. All right. So, in loosely related news, Hillary Clinton, who I just really brought up in any depth for the first time recently, today says that her server was hacked by Russia. And what the Justice Department found was one of those false speeding ticket spyware programs that tries to get people, it identifies you and says you have a speeding ticket and tries to get you to pay it. And this app then can be used to collect all the data on your entire network, basically. So, related to this, of course, her email server scandal, if you will, the new House Speaker, McCarthy, has said that the House committee that was formed to investigate the Hillary Clinton email scandal thing was entirely political. It was a partisan, political motivated committee. That's the new Republican speaker. Okay. So, some other interesting related developments. Dozens of Ukrainian, dozens of nations are backing a French proposal to do away with the United Nations Security Council veto. Okay. And this veto has been used recently to block investigation into the downing of MH17. We may have shot this plane down, so no, you cannot investigate. They also did not allow an investigation. They used their veto power to block an investigation into the presence of Russian or international terrorist troops in East Ukraine. They've blocked several efforts into investigating what was going on with East Ukraine and Crimea. Okay? They just wouldn't allow anything to be done. And there was a proposed hearing on the presence of Russian troops in East Ukraine following their illegal annexation of Crimea. And they blocked that too. Well, the United States is staying silent on this issue because, well, this could be used against us. All right? And the fact that France just sold the Mistrals to Egypt, and Egypt is kind of playing both sides and seems more to be leaning towards, Russia. Um, Now, France is getting this issue back together. The thing is, in the near future, Russia's not really concerned with that anymore, except to use it against us. So, while it's a good thing, I think it's a good thing. It's kind of shaky, and we need to stop being behind the game. Our government needs to get aware and let the people be aware of what's really going on. Okay? And the media needs to stop failing its responsibility to keep the people informed. And the news reporters. Okay, I hate the word media. It's just not. It's not your friend. You're not my friend. No, media not my friend. All right, one more big development is the aircraft carrier Ronald Reagan, USS Ronald Reagan, has been redeployed. It is now primarily based in Japan, and its commander, had the little ceremony where they uh, open up their new uh, resupply base, the PDF. Well, the commander complimented the Japanese on its new enhanced security for the area. I don't know what that was about. But also said that the benefit of this redeployment is to allow faster response time in the event of a crisis. Faster response time. They used to be based in California. Now they're based in Japan. And this is also I'm pretty sure this is a result of that constitutional amendment. I don't know if we were allowed to have carrier base there. Okinawa really couldn't support, a crew of 5,000 people taking a vacation. Because they're not refugees. Oh, that too soon. So anyway, there's two things I want to talk about now that I've covered current events. One is Swedish girls being called whores by Muslim propaganda or Islamic extremist propaganda. This is a perfect example of very well thought out race baiting. And what I mean by this is that Swedish girls are kind of like the quintessential blue eyed, blonde hair, white girl, right? Okay. And white men, especially ones who are racism, oriented or racially leaning, at least, or haven't gotten fully over their phobias, they hear Swedish women being raped, and that's instantly equated to the best of their genetics being violated. That's instantly equated to the white race being in danger. And that's why this idea is propagated like this. They're trying to instigate a racist reaction to what should be a political discussion. Okay? We're not talking about a race of people here. We're not talking about a religion here. We're talking about politics. We're talking about ideology. All right? What makes a good Christian is the realization that church and state should not overlap. Okay? Church, religion should not be used impositionally by a government. Okay? Because that enables a religion and ideology to take over that government and for that government to pose as an ideology, to use that ideology to justify whatever they need to justify. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about is the so-called red line. All right, there was this, and this has been brought up by the media in the past couple of days. Well, it's been brought up plenty by Matt with Associated Press at the State Department. But the thing is, and this is going to be, proven in the next video. Okay, we couldn't enforce this red line without basically getting directly involved against Russian forces who protect the Assad regime. Okay? Russia clearly allowed us to invade Iraq. They didn't have to. Russia clearly allowed us to invade Afghanistan. Didn't have to. Russia doesn't want us to invade Syria. We're not going to be able to invade Syria without going to war with Russia. That's what the State Department guy doesn't want to say. That's what these reporters don't seem to fucking realize or don't want to realize. Okay. So, the interesting thing that I'm going to cover in my next video is that this conspiracy that's being covered by people like Davo77 and had been covered by plenty others. These in the news now, people, real news now, and freaking independent. Like they try to pose as the real truth behind the story, right? And they're spouting on this crap about the CIA is behind Islamic State. And I've traced this story back to where it actually originated. It originated with Kadyrov, the guy that Putin appointed, that used to fight against Russian troops, supposedly, and then became the Putin appointed leader of the area that he was rebelling in. Okay, so this entire conspiracy is based off of one interview with Kadyrov, in which he supposedly outed the leader, the Chechen leader. He's saying this guy is a Chechen who's in command of ISIS, and that he, the Chechen commander of ISIS, is backed by the CIA. Really? And this is what these people are telling you. This is what these trolls tell me I'm an idiot for speaking against. I'm not the idiot. Hate to tell you. Hate to have to tell you. Wish somebody else might be, clued in a little. It'd be nice. But no, I gotta sit here with my cell phone. Be the only actual news reporter on the freaking planet right now. That's nice. Okay, so stay tuned for the next video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. You're not going to get what I show you from any other source. So if you're not subscribing to my channel, you're depriving yourself of the only truth that's out there. Plain and simple. Peace.